I'm really excited to be here in Japan, finally to work on the full version of The Illusionist. This show, it seems like a lifetime ago since we started working on this show, and I think it's actually only just over 3 years since the concert version was here in Japan. I unfortunately wasn't here in Japan during that time, so this one is particularly special that we get to see not only The Illusionist on stage. I will see The Illusionist on stage for the first time because I was in the UK when it was on here in its concert version, but this time we see the full version with this most sensational cast live on stage in all its glory. Something that we've been working on for nearly 8 years now to bring this show to the stage. So this one, more than anything, is so very special. During this particular trip to Japan, I have had the most exciting time working out how our illusionist, Eisen Heim, creates all of his illusions on stage. And this musical is so unique that it is a musical thriller, but it's also a musical thriller that involves so many illusions to happen on stage. And I think it's like and kind of never really been seen before. So we're doing a specialist week's workshop here in Japan to work out how these illusions happen, but also importantly how they happen in the form of a musical, which I don't think anybody yet has attempted to do. It's been really exciting. We've learned what we can do, what we can't do, and we're going to fashion everything together and make it into our wonderful show. The development of a musical, I think naturally things develop and change. I think the biggest thing is sort of with experience. I think we've learned, especially this week, what we're able to achieve in terms of illusions, and actually our wonderful illusion designer has created some really unique pieces of work which no one has ever yet seen. So if anything, this week and all the development that we've been doing has enabled us to understand what we can do more, and what we can and how we can really achieve all of these illusions and these tricks on stage. But it's just musical theatre tastes change, and what we are able to do with creating a new musical is we can adapt it as time goes on. This piece was written nearly 10 years ago, and we've started to really put together the foundations of its first full production. And any time that goes past and any creators that we work with develop the piece. So we've learned so much, and it's going to be so different to what anybody else has ever seen before. The Illusionist has many things about it which has drawn me to it for a long time now. I think the fact that it's a musical thriller, I think is something which I'm very excited by. It's fast-paced. It deals with a human story, though. It deals with something we can all relate to. It's a very specific time and period and a very, very specific story, but the way that Peter Dushan and Michael Bruce have written this musical, it makes it so very heartfelt, as well as being thrilling. I love magic, I love illusion, and I think to find a musical that can do magic and illusion all at the same time, I think is very special. It's a new musical. People may have seen the film, people may have read the book, but they haven't seen the musical version of it. And I'm really very excited to tell this musical version of it, which is different to anything else. But I think what I love about it is it's about truth. All the main characters at the beginning says, truth, who wants the truth? Is that what the world wants? And I think that's a really very interesting question, just in the world generally, but also in the theatre. Actually, when we go to the theatre, we don't want the truth. We want an illusion. We want something which takes us away. We want to go into fascinating dream worlds, and we want to go and visit all these places. The opposite of what we want is the truth. We want to be fed a lie. And I think that's a really interesting subject in a musical that you're watching that can have so many layers and levels to it. So many things about it I love.